Hey Coach, it's Joe Salas. We just finished up our spring practice. Super productive 2 weeks. Super proud of our kids. We got a lot better. We were just focused on a 1% improvement each day, and ended up over 2 weeks. Our team's a lot better. So super excited about that. I wanted to just briefly, I got 3 things to talk about. The first one is this RPO. This is that RPO I got from Coach Cummings down in South Carolina. And this thing was just about unstoppable in the spring. Our quarterback last year, he had trouble with the RPOs. This year, he is like a musician. I mean, he looks like $1 million. But this one in particular, really intrigues me because, it all depends on what are they going to do with this walk player. We feel like we've got enough things going on this backside, which would be this would be a pre-snap side, and also just even if we're just slot right, we've got enough plays that hit on the trip side that a team really has to decide about bringing this walk over, because when it's 2-on-3 over there, we've just got such an advantage. That it's unfair over there. Between the bubbles and the quick screens and the hitch, the stick routes, and even just the pre-snap of this side. What would they do with this? Out of cover 3, he has to drop, and he has to decide what he's going to do. How's he going to play it here? So they don't have enough people. So they're going to have to bring a walk over. They're going to have to bounce it, pull the string, however you're going to walk the free down. However they do it, they're going to have to make a decision on how they play this 3-by-1. And once they take this out of there, once they go 3-on-3 over on that side, this has been unstoppable. Now our aiming point is a 3-step slant, but our aiming point is 1 yard behind this backer, and he can't help but trigger. He's a run stopper. He triggers, and we throw and it ends up being, again, especially against cover 3, it ends up once he catches it, he has he's running a long way after he catches it. And if the guy starts dropping and trying to protect it or opening up to it, however they try to delay it, then you're running against 5 in the box, and you got the advantage. You got a hat on a hat with a pretty good running back coming up the middle. So this RPO, especially with this addition over here on the 3-by-1 side, on the 3 side, it has just been a huge play for us, and super excited. All of our RPOs looked like $1 million in the spring. I did have one comment on yesterday's video about on the salt pepper RPOs where we run the swing with the counter. Someone's asking about running the swing away from the counter. We have a tag that we do that on just off of the counter. So we would call the counter and throw this tag on, and the tailback would run opposite, and he would have the choice to throw it or run the counter himself. So we do it both ways, but we really liked it the way we were running it with the swing and the counter coming the same direction. It really forced some decision making. How are you going to play that side there? And either way, you're wrong. So super excited about the RPOs. 2 other things I want to talk about. First one, my buddy George Carthorpe. He has started his own YouTube channel, 92 Mesh Group, and he, George is he's a Hal Mummy guy, so he's a legit air raid guy, but he's also a tech nerd. So he has done some really cool stuff technology-wise, and he's kind of integrated Google Classroom and his YouTube channel, so he's got some downloadable stuff. It's really, really interesting stuff. George is a smart guy. So right here on the screen, I'm going to put the link to go to his channel right here. No, not really. I'm not a tech nerd. I don't know how to do that. But George will probably be smart, and in the comments he'll hit the link. And if he doesn't, just enter 92 Mesh Group into your YouTube search, and you'll pull him up. But he's producing a lot of content, and he had some old HAL film that he's put on there. It's a really good channel. Check it out, and it's growing fast. He's putting content on there daily. And then the last one, I'm starting a podcast, and it's going to be called Championship Culture Podcast, and it is going to solely be focused on how you build great championship cultures. So what I'd like is in the comments of this one, if you're a guy that, number one, likes likes to talk about culture, and you do a good job with it, and you've got some good ideas. If you would put your name in there or hit me on Twitter, however you want to communicate, and because I want to set up some guys to go ahead and get on the podcast and start interviewing, because I want to steal all your ideas. So, and I'm going to start out with football guys, and then I'm going to go into other coaches, basketball, baseball, whoever does a great job with culture, and then I'm going to start doing some business guys after that. So that's kind of the next big thing, the kind of thing that I'm most excited about is how you build culture, because I think culture is the difference maker. So that's it, those three things. Great spring. Thank you, coaches.